Okay, so here's the gun itself. It has the action pulled out and the trigger pulled out with these two pins, and then the lever for there pulled out to pull the action out. But anyhow, the action and the trigger are both here. This, I think, is what's all messed up on the gun, but let's come over to the gun before we talk about that. We got your spring back in here, which is this tube right here. I don't know if you can kind of... There it is. So it'd be this tube. And I just try to keep that really lubricated. Sometimes mine gets gummed up a little too much for another shell to come out of this tube, because it really has to be forced back. And then this here would be your magazine release, and I just like to try and make sure that's lubed up too, so that way you're guaranteed a shell will come out of the magazine tube. And other than those two things, the main issue, what I did to mine, was this bar on the back half, which pops off with just a small pin. And sometimes it falls apart whenever you take it out of the gun itself. But this has to be a certain way. This has to be just the way it is right now, with this tab pointing downwards. And the whole thing should look a little something like that, connected to this action. So that's how that goes. And then another thing that could be wrong with it. Actually, when I had mine, in my gun, I had this piece upside down, like this. And that's why mine was messing up. But now, obviously, it's right side down, and that's how it's supposed to be in there. Okay. So, and over here could be one more issue. Your gases. This is your ring for your gases. This gets really dirty really fast. You want to make sure that stays really clean, and especially on this gun, I don't know why, but it gets extremely dirty really fast. So that could be another issue why it's not releasing the shell. And then the last thing that I could think of is maybe you have some of these pieces that go on to the actual end of the gun mixed up. So I'm just going to put them all on right in front of you. So this one here, this one goes on very first on the very bottom. And it'll go on just like that. Then your spring drops on there. And then this thing with the metal bars on it, that goes in there just like that. And then finally your metal tube, and then your gun barrel. So that's how all those go on there, just in that order. And that's all I can think that could be wrong with it.